Stream here on lichess and Twitch. International Master Will Paschall. Let me notify you. Let me share this on social media that we're starting here. Fantastic Friday. Alright, whatever. We need to be more social media savvy around here. Done. Alright, ready to go. What's up, Astrobate? Good morning, Madramus. Cheese. Whenever I put noobs in the title, Cheesy Noob is... Cheesy Noob is like first to challenge. Just a coincidence? I don't think so. Alright. Which came first, the chicken or the leg? Yeah. It's a good morning. This morning I woke up. I had a message in the morning that I was receiving a package. They sent me a message, the courier sent me a message at 6 o'clock in the morning. They tried to call me at 6 o'clock in the morning. Tell me my package was going to be delivered between 7 and 9. I never in my life have seen a package delivery notification at 6 o'clock in the morning. That's crazy. Alright. No. No, they don't know me. Alright, Cheesy Noob's up. I'm up. Been up early. Alright, Astrobate. We're going to take the challenge from Cheesy Noob. Astrobate put some chess quotes out there. Playing chess can make you a better poker player because it forces you to think several moves ahead. Cheesy quote from Daniel Negreanu, but true. Alright, d4. It's sort of obvious, you know. I think that chess players make good poker players. d4. Alright, it's Friday, guys. This time control is too long. Let me abort this. Cheesy Noob, can you re-challenge me to 5+3, please? I just realized we're doing shorter games today. Let's try this again. Zen Chess is here as well. Let me fix the stream. We've got to fix the text there. I jumped the gun a little here. I started the stream a little early, but I wasn't ready. Package delivery guy woke me up too early. No, I don't have my ducks in a row. Like usual. We will accept your challenge at 5+3. Try this again. That way we get more games in with the 5+3 challenges. 3+2 doesn't quite cut it. Alright, we'll try this again. Good thing you got white again. Here we go. Alright, 5+3. Cheesy Noob does mostly like Tory attack type stuff with Bishop G5. But you don't play the Trompowsky, do you? Wonder what he does if you play E6. Anti-Bishop G5. Logical. I can't prevent Bishop G5 forever. But I like this move order. Okay, but I mean, white can do like C3. Really boring, but solid. There's Bishop G5 anyway. Pretty suspicious move. So what happens if Queen B6? Early. Queen development. Hitting B2. I expect knight on BD2. You can play a gambit? No, you can't. This pawn is too much. So if that's your best b3, black has a pretty good game. Takes. Highly suspicious. Do you have queen takes d4? Wow. Wow. Bishop c5, queen g7. I guess this is playable for white. Perhaps I'm equal, but I'm not better, sadly. Threat of this. Not as good as I had hoped for. White should be fine. Maybe equal. White has 2 pieces developed, obviously. I could have done better. I don't know. I missed something here. Cheesy Noob is really fast. Doesn't give me time to think. I like opponents who give me time to think on their time. I have this problem in tournament games too. I'm doing much better when I'm given more time to think. My opponents use a lot of time. I'm not doing as well when I'm rushed. Good morning, guys. All right, a3. Very passive move. Is this move strictly necessary? Strictly Dancing? That's like a British dance show? What? I don't understand, man. Whatever. Once in a while I like read the BBC and I see references to weird things and I don't understand what that is, but whatever. a3, stopping bishop b4 check, overly passive. If I play b5, I weaken my queen side. I'd never hear the end of it from Schieberspieler. Do you remember that game that Schieberspieler showed us where his opponent played the Queen's Gambit, accepted, and played like b5? b5 can result in a4, bad things happening to the second player. They're setting up a hedgehog without queens on the board. Obviously white has a little bit more space here. Oh, that's a nice move. Not a true hedgehog. White doesn't have the c4. I used to play the hedgehog all the time. Lately not so much due to move orders. I would get a lot of hedgehogs with knight f3, knight f6, c4, b6. Does that make sense? Mostly knight f3, knight f6, c4, b6, g3, that type of move order. But we're trying to keep winning chances alive, keep the position kind of tense. And the nice thing about the hedgehog, when you have your pawns like this, acerbate, castle's queenside, my god, man. My god. Cheesy Noob is somewhat creative. He's not bound by hard and fast sort of rules. Cheesy Noob has his own way of playing chess. This pawn looks strange. I mean, castling queenside would never enter my mind. Never. Half open c file for black here. This could easily be a Sicilian, where white castled queenside, where the queens got traded, I guess. But I mean, b3 and a3. These aren't moves you would normally make. if you were castled on the queen side to weaken your position over there. Nevertheless, it may not be that bad for white. Without the queens on the board, it's not that dangerous. King b2 was probably forced. I mean, is the king going to be safe on a dark square on the long diagonal here as well? I guess I could have played something more aggressive. I could have played g6. That's a pretty cool idea. However, I guess knight c4 and this might be a weakness if I try to fianchetto. Very strange hedgehog. The Oms, you're back. You're back yourself. Panda's back. I've got this chess table. I've got an old chess table. It needs to be refurbished, but it still works. I need to have it repaired, but got it in the room. Creating a little place for Panda to hang out. I live like I live in a Tokyo apartment or something. My office is quite small. A lot of stuff crammed into a little space. Just barely got the table in here. Alright. Now knight c4. My d6 pawn is muy sensitivo. My d6 pawn is like Donald Trump's ego. Easily bruised. Panda is good if he's a good influence. We have a problem here, Houston? I mean, not really. I mean, if I have to, I can play d5. We've got a tough correspondence game with Oms. Rook and pawn endgame. What? You could have done that last move. Oh my gosh. Alright. She's a noob, hates bishops. He must have gone to Catholic school. I don't know. But you got some kind of issue. I don't have that, see? Went to public school. I'm completely neutral toward bishops and knights. If anything, I like bishops more. Yeah, I'm on Twitch. I don't know about that rook in game. That's what rook in games were made for. Correspondence chess. Correspondence chess was created to play 100-move rook in games. I think, most likely. The purpose of it. But there's no other meaning in life, really. Why else would we live? What do I do here? Dislodging the knight on c4. d5, of course, as I mentioned earlier, is possible. Should I go there right away? Everything is very classic. Damn, g4 is a good move. I was about to play f5. That wouldn't bode well for white. Right. G4, although he weakens part of his position slightly, looks like a really good idea. Damn. There's that. Cheesy Noob is not going to be victimized by stereotypes here. Damn, I don't know what to do. Alright, I'm changing plan. Scary with that king on that square. What am I gonna do? This is getting pretty upsetting. Okay, you have something here even at the end with rook f6 check. You're still alive. Here, rook f6 check, I have to go to g8 or e8 and you can get out of the pin. But I guess maybe I'm winning. I'm not sure though. Actually, rook f6 check, king e8, I guess. Then you have to move your knight and then I can set up mates. I'm probably winning. Really tough fight. Yeah, I'm winning anyway, but that was like brutal. We have really tough games with Cheesy Noob where he gets these two knights versus two bishops. Crazy creative play with the king on the queen side. Could I have played f5 before d5? Oh. But I mean, that's involving a full-on pawn sack. But Zen chess may be right. But then again, maybe Cheesy Noob should play g4 as soon as humanly possible here. He should probably play g4 as soon as he makes this exchange. If we really want to be honest about this position, right? Try to stop my It's in the list of best moves. Peter also likes 93, another move like geared against stopping f5. The engine thinks he's better. I was surprised by bishop takes f6. I thought you're giving up your dark squared bishop without a lot of cause in this position. I wouldn't play bishop takes f6. Surprising. But it's not easy for me to do anything with the dark squares. I don't have that much play, so I guess it's quite okay. He has the pawn on e4. I thought you were sacking a pawn, though, Zenchess. Like, it might be possible to play it as a pawn sacrifice. No, I mean, I thought you're trying to do this Richter Rauser type of thing. I mean, here I guess it doesn't work. Too many problems with e6. But the idea of sacrificing a pawn with f5 to get in d5 isn't unheard of course, in the Richter Rauser. I've seen a lot of good examples of that. Once I saw Josh Weitzkin do that against Ivanov very effectively. All right, Ams with a 100-bit donation. Thank you. Was that our first donation today? Why is my... What is today? Today's Friday. Why does it say gift to sub to be number 1? Is it... Am I crazy or did they reset that? Why is it reset? Gift subs should be resetting on like Monday. Friday the 13th, guys. Why are my gift subs reset? And that's the first cheer on the cheer board. 100 from Ams, but that's not normal that it's resetting on Friday. Anybody else think that's strange? What's up with that? That's weird. Is it like a bug on Twitch or something? Because it's Friday the 13th or what? Alright guys, more challenges. We're playing 5+3. Zen chess. Everybody's welcome to play. Gonna watch some Michael Myers movies tonight with the kids. I've never watched slasher movies with the children. The reset is Monday, so what's up? Why are my stats reset? Any guesses? I don't get it. It's crazy. Alright, Zen chess is Mr. Tough. In the opening, he's good, particularly with white. Actually, with black even. He's got good openings. Well prepared. Last time, what did I do? Alright, let's try e5. You play the 4 knights, right? Whatever. I gotta learn how to play chess someday. I don't understand the... Gotta learn how to play chess someday. Classical 4 knights. Symmetrical. Mr. Slow, 500 bits. You missed your gift subs. Yeah, what's up? Does anybody else watch any other streamers that notice the same thing? Or is it just me? They should not reset now. Mr. Slow donated like 12 gift subs yesterday. And they're all like reset. I didn't do that. It does appear the same to you guys, right? Bishop takes c6 right away. What the heck? Okay, Sanchez, I don't know what I'm doing. You're taking on c6 first. That's supposed to be what I do in the main line. He's playing like he's black. So what happens here? Like the boring variation? You don't tell me I'm supposed to take with the d pawn, right? Did I misplay it or something? Am I supposed to play d6? No. Surely. You could play d6, but then knight d5 or something weird. This is a normal move order. Most people don't take on c6. I wanted to try to be more dynamic. Why do I get the boring variation? Okay, the 4 knights with exchange on c6. You'll regret that, bishop. Now it's a total reverse Rubinstein system. Now here's a question. Do you try to play rook e8 and play for d5, or does black just settle for d6? Both are possible. Thank you. Answering my own question. Bad Dramus, when did your obsession with trading bishops for knights start? Maybe we could have a little bit of chess psychotherapy. But you realize, Inches, that most people don't play bishop takes c6, right? I mean, this is like... This is non-standard. You're supposed to let me take on c3. Am I mistaken? No, I don't think there's anything wrong with it, but it's not the main line. I mean, I'm trying to do like a reverse version of I'm white and you're black. Rook e8, d5, bishop f8. That's like mainline reversed. Of course, if he were black, he would do like queen e2, knight d1, knight e3. I don't really like you maneuvering over there. Harassing my king side. Nimzabitchian. Zen chess is a Nimzabitchian advocate, which can be respected. An advocate of Nimzabitch. Alright, whatever. How am I going to protect my e5 pawn? Can anybody tell me? How do I protect my e5 pawn? Any suggestions? With the f pawn. Okay, good suggestion. Thank you. Since we don't have enough viewer participation, I have to answer my own questions. At least we're on the list, though, today. Since there's no one from St. Louis streaming, we're allowed to be on the lichess list. Yeah, h3 stopping bishop g4. Okay. It also stops knight g4. I was actually thinking knight d7. Creativity in chess. Pawns should defend pawns, young William. Fast chess, relatively fast chess, 5+3. Mr. So, thank you for your donation. I am so sorry that your credit is not given for previous donations this week. Mysteriously, Twitch has erased all the donations. Did anybody answer me about that? Did you notice with any other streamers the same thing? Because that's this. It's usually set to show all donations through Sunday. A week is a week. Mr. Bill. Mr. Jim, what's up? From Greece. We got new donations. This is cool though. By resetting it, it made everyone donate more. Speaking of donations, what's happening in the United States is not normal. Donald Trump is like, and the Republicans are scamming all their followers out of all their money. Try to get them to donate to like election fraud campaign. Let's just con all of our followers out of all their money. It's so sick. Those people don't have that much money. They're all like middle class, kind of working class people. And Trump is like trying to con them out of what they've got left. Man, I can't believe the way the world has become. Anyway, that's our political thought for the day. So what am I doing here? Would like to develop more pieces, but my knight needs the e6 square, it looks like. I am not a con artist or a charlatan. So your donations go to a good cause. We've got 4 challenges momentarily. Troll in a Roll, Chess, Beast, Austria, Mr. Slowhand, and Dinekis. I'm taking as many challenges as I can get in 5+3. But only 5+3 casual. Alright. Knight h6 check could be an issue here. What am I going to do about that? Maybe we just have to give it up. Give up the dark square bishop. I love my bishop pair. As much as Cheesy knew. But this knight is just... It's like that friend that won't go away in elementary school. Everybody has that one childhood friend who never goes home when his parents call him and stuff. We all had one of those friends. Parents didn't love them. The neighbor across the street when I was a little kid was like that. We're like, when are you going home? The knight on h6 reminded me of him. Okay, what am I doing? What are you doing? You're just gonna do that? Oh, you were nervous about your bishop getting trapped. Understandable. My g5 is a little undermined. What is this chessnet stuff you're talking about, Asterbate? Did you order something online? Damn, Zenchess has got 50 seconds left. I'm like struggling to make a move in time. Can you just stop yourself? Don't you need to think? Does he ever need to think? It's just not right. Damn pawn structure. What are you talking about? Oh, iChess.net. I don't know, man, about that. Damn, my H-pawn. God damn it, Jerry. F3. Whoa. Now, where were you going again? You said you're putting your king on the safe square. Where was it again? Where was the safe square? But that's it. God damn it. Whoa. Which way do you want to take? Probably took the wrong way. Didn't even tell me he's going to survive this. Oh my god. White is probably better. Or not. Maybe he was at some point. I never should have given him my H-pawn. That was kind of a fun game. Just when it looked like he was getting away. We got him. Alright, troll on a roll, chess beast, Mr. Slow, Dinekis, Kyler, Jim. You think he was getting out? At which point? Any specific moment? Has anybody here ever had someone deliver a package? A delivery company deliver the package at 7 a.m.? Is that normal? Like, I thought I was waiting for this package delivery, and I thought, okay, like, it can't come before 8. They sent me a message, a text message at 6 o'clock in the morning. I didn't get it, and then they're like, oh, sorry, we missed your delivery. That's crazy. Because I didn't get the text message at 6 a.m. in time? Sorry. I don't know, man. At least the package arrived in the right country. You never see Troll play the Sicilian. Now suddenly he's playing a Sicilian style setup. That's very strange. Very strange. Now what about my bishop? I blocked my own bishop. Playing the freaking London system. With bishop h2. Ah, the center. The center it is. Move 21, he was better. I believe it's completely possible. I thought the whole game was slightly better for me based on the center, but I mean, maybe not. So when he goes like knight h6 check, is that after that? I didn't count. I don't know the moves, Jim. This is post knight h6 check, bishop takes h6. Bishop takes h6, g5. When I have 5 seconds, he has like 40 seconds. I am only playing on intuition at that point. And he has tons of time, doesn't even need to use it. I assumed I was better, like his bishop was stuck on h6, and he was in trouble. But calculation is usually pretty important. Yeah, I was afraid of taking the pawn on e5 Zen chess, but I mean, what is that? That looks pretty technical and tedious, no? What kind of boring stuff is that? Is it some sort of chessable stuff? When you're talking about a book? Troll is a genius. Chess ability. My bishop, man, is a huge liability here. Hello. Problem. Black can play f6. I should have played f3. Yeah, Zen Chess. Technically, you might be right. I have one of my students I'm working with who was looking for a way to play. Okay, it's a real book. 1e45. Oh, for white. Solid is true. So they recommend the 4 knights. Blumenfeld Day Day is $80. Dude, what are you talking about? Hate is a strong word. Very popular these days. Damn, dude, why would anybody spend $80 on a book? Unless it's some sort of scientific treatise. Don't get scammed on Amazon, Acerbate. You know, there's a lot of people who are like privately selling books for like $300 for the secret black book of poker. Just making something up. But there are books like that. You know, people like privately trying to scam people. Be careful what you buy. Yeah, I mean, chess.net, what is it? iChess.net. They're kind of shady. They wanted me to do some stuff at one point. Shady operation. Do you get an actual bandana? Does that come with the package? Dude, I think that bandana is not appropriate. It's not even a bandana. You mean a headband. They're very different. The headband. I would rather have the wristbands. Honestly, is that possible? People call them bandana man, but that's not accurate. Very important difference. Headband is like, you know, Neil Young playing guitar with a paisley headband or whatever. This is bandana. It's the headband. It's what tennis players. John McEnroe in the 80s style. But we had those wristbands like in the 80s. You would like go to the arcade wearing your like wristband. It's a very standard wear for 80s arcade. Dress. I probably had one of those little wristbands. Tennis style wristbands. My friend Grandmaster Vargasoli has those. He plays tennis too, so he has some. But the weird thing about it is that he'll wear them like to a chess match and stuff. I didn't say anything to him; it would be too rude. But it's okay if you came from the tennis court directly to play the chess match. But it's weird to like wear them just around. But I like Zoli. I don't want to hurt his feelings. You don't wear them for like video gaming or, you know, chess streaming. That's just strange. Alright. You wear them because they look cool. Were you even friends ever? With who? With the bandana man? I mean, the headband man? FIDE chess wristbands. No. I mean, he respects me, or used to. I guess, sort of. He was polite. Because I was a great player while he was still in diapers. But he's very dismissive of weak players. He bases how much he likes you on how good a player you are. That's a very artificial way to be. Obviously. Respect people more or less based on how good a player they are. Doesn't say a lot. But he's, you know, arrogant and irritating. But I always tolerated him. Waitskin was better. Maybe he was the same though. Yeah, you're right. You're right. You're right. There's a similarity. There's a similarity. Waitskin was slightly stronger, but not that much. My Waitskin legitimately came close to being a GM. Plus, he was like world famous because his dad helped create like maybe the most famous chess movie of all time. Obviously, writing book. He was a legitimately famous person, you know. He was a little arrogant too. Plus, they were like wealthy, lived in New York City. I mean, a lot more reasons to be kind of snob-like. But his dad always seemed pretty normal. I kind of liked Fred. Fred wasn't bad. Sometimes I get requests on Facebook to like friend Fred Waitskin. But I don't just like friend everyone on Facebook because I can, you know. We were talking about the South Park joke yesterday. Of course, Bob saw the episode. What am I doing? Okay. Yeah, I mean, somebody said, I never watched it, but somebody said Waitskin's attitude when he annotated his game against me was very dismissive. I could see that, but he played me twice. He couldn't beat me in 2 games. He doesn't really have a right to be dismissive. I have like a plus score in 2 games, undefeated. Oh yeah. He sucks. Well, same thing with Bandana Man. I'm undefeated against Bandana Man. They can't diss me. Alright. But here we go again. Troll is faster than me? Troll, you changed your speed, man. Troll's rating changed. He was 1499. What? So now it's 1666. Everybody likes the Queen's Gambit. Oh, man. It's already irritating me, though. It's too popular. Makes me want to vomit. When stuff gets that trendy, where everybody's talking about it. I hate that. Knight takes. Queen takes. Knight takes. Damn it! Almost lost on time. Troll. When did Troll become fast? Can someone explain that to me? What is going on? Dude, are you even the same player? It's like he's trying to troll me. You're not even the same player you used to be. You're gonna have like 0 inaccuracies, 0 mistakes, 0 blunders, and win on time. We're gonna report you for a false rating. Sandbagging. It's not a perfect game. We both made a lot of inaccuracies. But now he's like faster than me. Okay. One day you just woke up and you're not slow anymore. Logical. Very believable. Chess Beast Austria. I don't understand why I'm flagging with a 3-second increment. Almost flagged last game too. Troll's as strong as Zen Chess. He's like 2200. They would have a match. It would be equal. 1500. 1500 in 960 is like 1700 normal chess. Maybe 300 points. We could go as high as 300 points. 1800. He just like loses all his games on purpose. So I'm already not liking the Queen's Gambit because it's too popular. I hate stuff that's everybody likes it. You know? It's like the New York Yankees. You gotta hate the New York Yankees. It's so disgusting. Like, I live in Europe and all these people have New York Yankees hats. They don't even know what baseball is. They've never watched a baseball game in the world, but they have a New York Yankees hat. It's like, alright. Chess will never be mainstream. We have to make the World Championship 5-minute blitz. 5-minute blitz held at the St. Louis Chess Club. That's going to be the future of the World Championship. Sponsored by a billionaire. And who's going to do the commentary? Jen? Yasser? Oh, somebody was commenting on Facebook about the Queen's Gambit, and then they were talking about something. There's jokes about Sarah Wan. Someone was saying, oh yeah, Yasser should do it. He's classy. Commentating or something. But it's getting to the point where, like, how long is Yasser going to be like the premier chess commentator in the world? He's like older than Max von Sydow. Yasser's going to be like 100 years old with like just bones, and he's still going to be like the most popular chess commentator. He's classy. He's like 106. I just thought it's kind of funny. Like, at what point are we going to get beyond the Yasser Seirawan, Jen Shahadi, and Maurice Ashley stage? Kramnik. I mean, Kramnik and Judith don't have a lot of personality. That's the problem. They have the knowledge, but they don't have personality. People like personality. That's why I'm great. I'm just kidding. I mean, admittedly, like, Yasser, Jen, and Maurice have personality. But we gotta switch it up a little bit. You know, it can't be like, for 30 years, Yasser Seirawan is the leading chess commentary person in the world. He's gonna be like 106, commentating the World Championship, after I'm dead. I mean, it's like, enough is enough. We have to move on. And this whole thing, it's kind of a cliche that Seirawan is classy. It's become too cliche. He's so classy. But why? Because he's the only, like, person who wears a suit at the chess tournament? He's been wearing suits since he was, like, 5 years old. That's his hallmark. He was probably wearing suits to chess tournaments when he was, like, 1200. I think he was born in a suit. Yeah, the whole style. They, like, put him in a suit when he came out of his mom. Instead of, like, a baby, pajamas or something. They just wrapped him up in a suit when he was, like, 1 day old. Here's your first suit, Yasser. Anyway, I just thought I'd start just ranting. We go for it here. White is trying to set up angry counterplay with a long diagonal. Does this work? It better work. White's just ignoring me. He's just ignoring. Ignore your teeth and they'll go away. That's what my dentist had a little sticker in the office that said that. Yeah, it's possible Maurice got the suit thing from Yasser. But seriously, I don't know. White's playing too fast. Bullet, chess. Slow hand, what's up? I like Yasser, but it's kind. He is really cliche. Everything is like one big cliche. You know? It almost seems contrived. But I mean, like, everybody likes him. It kind of reminds me of this guy that I knew when I was in college, a chess player from Boston. You know what bothers me about Yasser? Like, he's always in a good mood. Like, Ashley, Maurice is the same. But that's unnatural. Like, you can't always be in a good mood and be nice. It's even irritating at some point. I know that I'm grumpy and stuff a lot. But it's like, if you're always in a good mood, then it's fake. It's not sincere, you know? That's the problem. You know it's not sincere. There was this guy that I knew, and eventually he got on my nerves. Every time you saw him, he was like, "Hey, what's up? What's up? Good to see you. Great to see you." He was an actor, actually, so it's no surprise. He was an actor, and he did, like, modeling and stuff. And at first I really liked him. I thought, oh, this guy's really friendly, he's cool, whatever. And then after a while, you're like, it's kind of fake, you know? He's, like, always so happy and always in such a good mood. It's like, wait a minute, you know, this isn't sincere. Maybe I have a French ancestor. My name is French, but the mystery of it, you know, that's very unclear. I think my relatives went from Normandy to England in the whenever, you know, with William the Conqueror. I probably have French ancestors who migrated to England in 1066. Mad Ramus. I think that explains my attitude. The grumpy ones. Alright, but anyway, just wanted to rant a little bit. It was like the Judith Polgar official Twitter feed or something I saw, and a friend of mine was commenting that Yasser is classy, he would be good. But it's so cliche. You gotta let Yasser go. No, I didn't do French. Spanish was just way more practical. I should have stuck with Spanish. I'm so sad that I didn't really become fluent in Spanish. It was basically a waste of time. Probably if I went to Spain and stayed there for 6 months, my Spanish would be better than my Hungarian. I still have more knowledge in Spanish than Hungarian. even after living here for like 15 years almost. Because I actually studied Spanish. Alright, guys. So this is a modified move order. It seems to have worked against Mr. Slow. I normally recommend playing the Smyslov system with like knight f3, bishop g5. But I've been thinking of integrating this in more. Because by not playing knight f3, we don't give him that knight h5, picking off my bishop. I mean, I guess here he could have played it now, and he didn't pull the trigger. Actually, why? It doesn't make sense. He plays h6 and then doesn't play knight h5. You gotta pull the trigger here, no? Oh, because of bishop e5? Oh my god. You're right. It's bishop e5. Mr. Slow had just realized the last second that I have bishop e5. I've never actually looked at this, but that makes complete sense. It sounds like I'm speaking gibberish, too. Gibberish is looking popular here. Actually, I got a message from some guy on lichess. I saw your video about the Smyslov King's Indian like 10 years ago, but I don't know what to do if they play like g5 and bishop f5. I never did answer that message. This is not really like a real system, though. What would Tony Miles do? Yesterday, on another note, yesterday was the anniversary of the death of Tony Miles, November 12th, 2001. I couldn't believe it. I still can't believe it. It was like just months before he died, I was playing him on World Chess Network, like banter games and stuff. But I can't believe it's that long. He died when he was like 46 or 47, maybe 46. Today's Friday the 13th. Miles died on November 12th. I think the British Chess News or something mentioned it. That's cool, though, to memorialize the man. He achieved a lot in chess at 47. I was surprised he was only 47. He was diabetic. It was tragic, though. So shocking. Now that I'm 39, 47 doesn't seem that old. So, you know what I mean? Kind of scary. But in honor of Tony Miles, this exchange always reminds me of him. When we go like bishop d3, I had some games with him where he played white. Just get like the tiniest kind of endgame advantage and you're toast. Like this position, I remember particularly Miles playing some sort of setup with bishop f4 against the King's Indian. Exactly the same thing. He had the bishop on this diagonal and he would just like exchange off if I played bishop f5. I like a6. I play it all the time. Joe2596. I have quite a few tournament games with 1a6. We've knocked off a few WGMs. But I lost to Josh Friedel once. That's the only game I ever lost with the St. George. I have a good score. Something like 4 wins and a loss. I don't think there's ever been a draw in the St. George when I played it with black. I mean, it is a bad opening. But you're primarily relying on like the psychological nature. People are like all upset if you play the St. George. They take it as a personal insult. They can't really focus. Mr. Slow. Yeah, I like it. He was the first Englishman to earn the Grandmaster title. Yeah, shockingly. You know, which is weird when you think about it. If you think about the history of chess and the fact that Western Europe in the 1800s was like the epicenter of chess, or even earlier, there was a huge chess scene in England and France, in the cafes or whatever. I mean, it's sort of surprising that those countries, particularly France and England, took so long to first have a very strong player. The first French Grandmaster was who? By the way, if Miles was the first English Grandmaster, and he was relatively young, think about how shocking that fact is. Tony Miles was the first English Grandmaster, and he's not even that old today. That's pretty crazy, actually. He would be, if he was still alive, he would be like 40, he'd be like 65 now, at most. So the first English player to get the Grandmaster title was only 65 years ago? That's pretty crazy. He beat Karpov twice, and the other one was a GF was a GF Caro, which is another bad opening. Uh-oh. Do we have something here with Queen H7? No, you don't have that move. I feel like I'm playing cheesy noob. He's giving me his bishop. Alright, he resigned. He dropped a rook. Oh my god. Can we count Bernstein as French? Osip Bernstein? I don't know. Can we? I don't know enough about when he was born, when he moved to France. But I mean, I guess a transplanted player should count. As long as they were playing for France or whatever, they should count. Yeah, Mr. Slow, this is my modified move order. Bishop g5 is a good move. And, of course, you can play d5. I honestly like that. I don't know if you play the Grunfeld. The spite pawn sack variation. I mean, do it anyway. White does everything in his power to control d5, and you're playing d5 anyway. I think this is a good line for black. Alright, anyways. King's Indian players generally don't like to play d5. Speaking of King's Indian players, Dinekis. Who was the first modern chess player to become a Grandmaster in France? Some relatively obscure Olivier René or... It's unbelievable. Vacher Le Grave. Come on. I'm talking the late 80s here. We got white again, but I'm not going to play the King's Indian. Too boring. What does Dinekis play? The Najdorf? No. Cheesy Noob. Go back 20 years. You're talking about modern players. Bakro is like a baby. Question is, in the 80s, the late 80s, there had to be other grandmasters from earlier generations. Andrei Sokolov wasn't French. He was Russian and became a candidate for the World Championship. He later relocated to France. Spassky, of course, moved to France, but he's not really a French grandmaster. I'm just wondering. Some other... Actually, if Blobix would hear, he would... If Blobix was here, he would know. But I remember it was very late. It was like in the time... Like when I first started playing chess in 1985, I don't think there were any grandmasters in France. Circa 1985. Bishop e7 is normal, right? I'm that old. God, that's scary. So what are we doing here? Fischer, Sozin? I was supposed to play g4. I forgot. You're supposed to play g4. Now I'm stuck playing some kind of Fischer, Sozin. Or some other such. WJ Loof, welcome. Aldo. I don't think Aldo is a grandmaster, man. I never met Aldo. But he sells a lot of shoes. Castle, F4. I wasn't happy with my shoes from Aldo. Queen c7. So we've got a standard line now. I've played this with black a lot, actually. This would be my move order with black. Not the exact move order, but I would play this position myself. Had some mixed results. F5. This looks like one of my games from the 80s with black. James West versus the young Slaggy. Quadrangular tournament, 1986. I definitely lost me some of this position with black. Even more recently, I played Alexander Ivanov with the white pieces in this game. I think I beat Ivanov like in 2000. Exact same position. Exact same position. Pawn takes e6, pawn takes e6. This is me against Alex. So I've played this position for both sides. Ivanov like lost on time or something. But he played pawn takes. I've also played pawn takes. I think pawn takes is better. More secure control of d5. Now, maybe b4 is a threat here. I'm not sure if I should exchange bishops. Is b4 a problem? Whenever people start talking about shoes, I never talk about shoes really. But it just popped in my head. I had this pair of shoes from Aldo, but very shortly after I got them, there was some sort of problem. Shoes and bags. I've told this story a lot, but when I used to play poker, there was this guy on Poker Stars. He was a very strong player, but his account name was Bags and Shoes. It was funny. I always got a kick out of that. Because you know, like, why he made that his name. He must have, like, his girlfriend must have made him, like, spend all of his money on, like, buying bags and shoes out of his poker winnings. So he finally made that his name. Bishop takes f6, bishop takes f6, knight d5. Bishop takes b2. You're threatening b4 as well. So this is... Okay. Not only is Dinakis like a genius, but he's also doing it fast. It's a little disturbing. Bishop f6, knight d5, bishop takes b2. Queen b7 is brilliant. So what do we got? If I play b4, black has, well, b4 wouldn't have worked anyway. But I mean, man, dude, you're fast. Damn, he's used a minute for the whole game. Drew me the last game. And drew me the game before that. They're both simul games. Okay, guys, we're taking challenges 5 plus 3. How many viewers do we have? 23 viewers. Where is everybody? Damn it, another good move. Whoa. Must take. Hulk smash. Yeah, but I mean, this doesn't add up. Right? Dinakis is playing too fast now. Also, I protected b3. I don't know if it's enough. White is better, without a doubt. But I'm a little concerned that there's still not enough advantage to win here. With that monster knight, though, and another perfect move. Man, queen d4. No, he has to play that. Rook takes a6. He's on b2. I mean, I'm concerned he's going to hang on for a draw here. But maybe not. I mean, he will be a pawn or two down. We got back rank. It's only one pawn up for white. But it's something. It's a chance. Especially with double rooks. He's playing way too fast. Too much bullet chess. Very technical rook endgame. You need to use your time to play perfectly to hold a draw there. But he's like blitzing. Giving me the f7 pawn. Maybe he just didn't have faith in his position, but I think that initially this rook endgame is not that easy. I'm not sure that white's even winning. If he takes his time and just tries to play the endgame perfectly, now it's winning. I mean, I'm up 3 pawns. There's no doubt. But I am not confident about this endgame. I mean, 2 pawns is enough. There he had rook takes b3. Averbach's still alive. The oldest living grandmaster. Yuri Averbach. Of course. I resign. I just dropped my rook. I thought your rook was unprotected. It always pays to not resign. I thought we were just trading rooks, but I dropped a rook instead. See the time pressure. No, his last move connected his rooks. I forgot they were protecting each other. Alright, whatever. Very good instructive play by Dinekis there. Always play too fast so that your opponent drops a rook at the end of the game. I thought I was just trading rooks and winning with two connected passed pawns. But man, he needs to take his time. It's embarrassing to lose like that, but why would you not take that rooking game more seriously? I don't know, Troll. You're getting more and more troll-like lately. So this variation is pretty solid for black. I noticed some recent games. Bishop c4. I don't recall that. What is the problem? Like queen e7 check? I think I'm just supposed to play bishop d6. It's not your spell check, Astrobate. It's a deep far-right conspiracy. Next thing he's going to be talking about how Soros George is evil. That's where we stop the show. So I don't need to leave Hungary to hear that. I need more coffee. Yeah, of course. WJLu, thank you. Starbucks is too far away. I don't know if they do delivery. We do have beer, though. I'm not going to be able to stop the stream to get a beer or coffee. Thank you for a donation. We have a nice cafe across the street, actually, where I live. We don't want to support Starbucks. I'm just joking. Just joking about the Starbucks. But we do have Starbucks in Budapest. That's a real conspiracy. Alright, c3. Solid play. You got my COVID exposure through the local coffee house, I bet. Not a good place to hang out during COVID times. Yeah, things are crazy over there and here as well. Yeah, be careful. I think I'm gonna need a hip replacement too, Troll. Maybe we can go in it together. Though I never did anything to my hips. I don't understand that, but I guess it's just something genetic. Well, my parents never had hip problems either, so there goes that theory. No, I don't know. Pennsylvania broke 5 cases in one day yesterday. Yeah, and it's like a fairly rural state. That's crazy. As we know from the election, Pennsylvania clearly a rural state. It's the new Ohio. Which bishop did you prefer? I like the white one. Can I have the white one? Pennsyltucky Phil. Did you guys have a lot of groundhogs? Something like that? Six blue counties and 60 red ones. Yeah, what's with all the counties in Pennsylvania? Is like every town a county or something? That's just out of control. What a crazy system. I grew up in New Jersey like you. I mean, you know, how many counties are there in New Jersey? Like 15 or something? 20? It's crazy to have 60 counties in a medium-sized state like Pennsylvania. It just creates all kinds of crazy unnecessary bureaucracy. Troll, you need to cut back. Whatever it is. You've had too much. Kyler is like making insta moves. Bullet chess is a disease. It needs to be stamped out. Just like COVID. The acerbate battery. Acerbate, I forgot to bring my rook across. Rook c8. Actually, we're going to try to bring it over to e8. The EF Caro strikes again. Hyper accelerated, aggressive opening. They don't suspect you're going to try to checkmate them in the Caro Kann. Now the h3 is just dropping. Knight f4 is potentially... We've got this though. Wow. Puxatawny Phil. Bishop takes h3, queen takes d3, and he reverses the tables on me. That would be pretty unpleasant. Knight f4. Pawn takes f4. Queen f4. Knight f3. Ooh, this actually looks kind of kinky. Does this work, though? The problem is that it might not work. Knight f4 takes, queen takes f3. That doesn't work. I don't think that works, man. Knight f4, gf4, queen f4, f3. And I'm shit out of luck. Bishop takes h3. Threatening queen g3 check. But I don't think there's enough. This sucks. Damn. Yeah, Adam Sandler's kind of annoying, dude. I understand that. That's completely natural. You're with most of the population of Earth. For once in your life, troll, I agree with you about something. But Will Ferrell is close. But Anchorman wasn't bad, you know? Like, Adam Sandler never made one good movie in his life. But I think with Will Ferrell, you kind of give him some credit. I actually agree with Troll. The first time about anything, I've agreed with him. That's unbelievable. Now I can take on h3. Still doesn't work. God, this is crazy. I got nothing with my attack. I'm going to have to grind him down in an equal endgame. I'm sure that Steve Bannon agrees with you, Troll. Bishop e6. This move. I guess I have f5. Man, Kylor is fast. Everybody's fast. Dr. Chipchance, thanks for joining us. But Yasser's not Iranian, is he? I think you're wrong, Troll. By the way. Isn't Yasser like Syrian or something? At least get your facts straight. Troll's like close to getting banned. He's trying to get banned, it looks like. Kylor is really brutal. Whoa. 1755. I'm gonna lose on time to a 1755? Seriously? Dude, what is going on here? Thank God he didn't play knight a5. Dude, so he's like a bullet expert? I didn't realize he was that fast. I didn't know what I was getting into here. Extremely decent play. Take, king h4. I mean, how does this not work? I know that your pawn is kind of scary, but it's going to take you a while to get in there and get my f7 pawn. And Tony, welcome. Whew. Resigns there, but he missed knight a5 winning. I was just sort of panicking in time pressure now, but he's starting double threat. Knight a5 and rook e7. What am I going to do? Actually, b5 is probably my best move. It makes complete sense. It keeps his knight contained. His knight is totally contained every other entrance place except for c4. And if I could keep my bishop on d6, I'll keep control of e7. I just didn't have time to see it. b5 in black is slightly better. Come on. Come on. b5. It's not slightly better for black after b5. There's no way in the world white is better here. No way, man. Computer, shut up. Get with the evaluation. See, Stockfish is stupid. It needs time to figure out what I can say instantly. If you give it enough time, it'll eventually go to like negative 0.1. But I can't wait around for that. Alright, troll. I don't want to click this correspondence challenge yet. Alright, Dracofire. Yeah, the correspondence game is rated. That's fine. I play rated correspondence games. If anybody wants to challenge me, you can redeem 1,000 channel points for a correspondence game. Wait, how many thousands? It's too early to start drinking, troll. You've been very out of control today. That reminds me of the time. That was funny. There was this time I played in a tournament in Spain, and the rounds were late in the afternoon, which was cool. You could go out really late at night, party until 3 in the morning, and then play at like 3 in the afternoon. So there was this one game where my friend Javier Moreno was playing, and I came into the tournament hall right before the round started with a terrible hangover. He like came to me, he was like, "What are you doing?" I was like, "What do you mean? I'm going to go play." Like, "You smell. You've been drinking." I was like, "I haven't been drinking. I was drinking yesterday." Alright. It's not funny unless you were there. This is bad for me. I hadn't been drinking for like 7 hours. But I guess the alcohol was so powerful that it was like saturated into my body. I must have just reeked of... This is bad for white. I got nothing with this bishop on this diagonal. He's got really good play against f2. d5, knight b8. Wow. I don't know what I did wrong. I like this for black. I guess I'm underestimating my position a little bit. He can't close the center so easily. If he has time to play e5, maybe I should take here. Cheaper Spiller is gifting a tier 1 sub to the community. What? Paying forward the gift they got from an anonymous gifter. Paying forward like a coffee shop in Austria. That's cool. He gifted us... He gifted us his gift sub. Thanks for the free paying forward, Schieberspieler. I'll forgive you for playing for the Tranquilizers on Saturday. That's the coffee system. It's a good thing Troll didn't get a resub. He's been kind of on the edge today. He might need a timeout pretty soon. I would imagine $5 in Austria might get you a beer. So P. Burke's got the gift sub. I mean, it's not that crazy. The prices in Austria. Like, it's not as bad as Switzerland or something. It's obviously more expensive than Hungary. But I think you still might get a beer in the local pub for $5, I hope. It's been a while since I've been to Austria. Almost had to go to the embassy there. Our embassy is so... The Hungarian-American embassy in Hungary is so left-handed that I almost had to get like stuff done in the Austrian one. I can't wait till the Trump administration is gone so we have like a normal ambassador to Hungary instead of like a billionaire schmoozer. Some kind of real State Department people. In Hungary we say balfas for things that are like poorly done. It means like literally left-handed. The American ambassador to Hungary is a Trump appointee who didn't do anything but like party with the government here. I almost had to go to Vienna to get important stuff resolved because they have like no time for State Department things at the embassy. They wouldn't want to be doing any work or anything. But the Austrian embassy, the U.S. embassy in Vienna is excellent. Knight on BD7. To their credit, though, I eventually did get it resolved. I'm going to be streaming for about 50 minutes left. The Austro-Hungarian Empire. I like Dracofire's openings. He had an interesting game against me yesterday, right? No, I'm not happy about this, but I may borrow a page from Cheesy Noob's book. So far I lost one game today where I hung a rook, by the way. That was a nice loss against Demetrius. I had an awesome endgame, Schieberspieler. 2 rooks and 2 connected pass pawns against 2 rooks. I just dropped my rook. Dropped one of my rooks. I tried to do the thing where you like exchange rooks by like dropping one of your rooks, but I didn't realize his rooks were protected. It's kind of funny. I also lost a troll on time, actually. That counts, sort of. I was going to take an f6 and then I changed my mind. He might just take with the queen. That's like a developing move. Though objectively I'm glad I didn't. Pretty boring position here. But at least Dracofire is not as fast as Troll. Yeah, surprisingly, like the prices for stuff like beer may not be that much different. between like Hungary and Austria. It's other things that are more expensive, not so much like groceries and alcohol. I don't know, I haven't bought weed in a long time, but it's not legal like in the States here. You can get arrested. Drugs are not legalized. I don't do that. A6. We're not a liberal democracy. We're an illiberal democracy. It's different. Getting arrested in Russia is not advised, especially if you're American. I was just thinking like Paul Whelan or whatever. My days of visiting Russia are pretty much over. I think the 2004 Aeroflot B tournament was my last. I'm not in the mood to be used as a bargaining chip. Especially if you're Russian. Yeah, that's probably even worse. But you know, another funny joke. The other day, I saw people debating about the Russian COVID virus vaccine. And some people are like, oh my god, I would never take the Russian COVID vaccine and trust them or whatever. But I was like, but come on, I mean, they make like the best quality nerve agent in the whole world. And you're not trusting them on their virus products? Come on. Easily the most effective nerve agent. And excellent polonium too. Absolutely. Quality. The quality is there. Dracofire is hanging on very well here. And I still didn't negate his evil. Man. Evil. What am I doing? This is too slow. What am I doing? Queen E2, man. I snuck in with a cheap tactic. Obviously H5, and he's better. Back to the classic tricks. Master Chess Dojo is rating with party of 3. I don't know if we can allow that much seating with this COVID outbreak the way it is now. We'll have to seat you in groups of 4. 4? No, that's too many. Damn it. Can't even make a good joke. What am I doing? Oh my god. Three's too many. Dude, can you leave me alone already? He's just relentless. My god, dude. You know you want to move the rook away. We've got mate on E7 or G7, pick a square. Nah, he doesn't want to do that. We're winning. Master Chess Dojo, you're up late or up early. Which is it? Thank you. Good game by Dracofire. As usual, I'm I was in trouble. You had a great game. I mean, like, right until you blundered with queen takes g4, black has the upper hand. Even at the end, it was out of control. But here, man, I never neutralized this bishop on a7, and I'm just worse. This is an excellent game by black. Guys, check out Master Chess Dojo. He's also streaming. John MacArthur. Look at this position. If you can't negate this bishop, you're just worse. I don't know what to play here. I'm like panicking. Queen e2 is ridiculous, like a one-move cheapo, threatening queen takes g4, putting my queen on a worse square, because it's the only thing I could think of. My other idea was to play king h2 and play rook h1. But if he just plays h5, I thought I was screwed. I guess I do have king up and try to play rook h1. The knight on f5 is strong. I'm a pessimist. What sack? Computer said he was winning. Wow, he was just totally winning. Here. What? I don't understand. Why is he winning here? Holy crap. I'm minus 3.5? That's crazy, dude. I'm up a pawn. I'm not up a pawn. I gave my pawn back. Alright, never mind. But I mean, minus 3.5 with equal material. Wow. I'm just toast. My whole position falls apart at the center on e4. Yeah, the f2 is immediately not a problem, but this is a problem. Black has huge initiative. Dr. Trip Chance is challenging. I'm going to wait till he's done. We'll play him next. Man, that was awful. But my opening was like weird. d4, knight to 6, d5. I shouldn't play d5 against the Mexican defense. I never do that normally. How did it go again? It was d4, knight c6, d5, knight b8, knight f3, e6, e4, bishop c5. Ripon, where are you? Alright, he's not here as well, so we'll play Jim. I know Jim's here. Trip Chance was playing a game. We'll let him finish his other game. I don't like people playing simuls against me. Yeah, Ripon, there's something wrong. Just cancel the game, dude. Cancel the game. It's an unrated game. Cancel the game and, you know, re-challenge me. Abort the game. There's something wrong with your account. We're always getting problems with your messages don't go through. I don't know what it is. We'll play the Gribas variation against Jim. Greek against the Greek. You didn't play b5 to create two passers? What did I miss? I was white. I was white? What? I was white? I was just supposed to move? I do that sometimes, crazy stuff. Sheever Spiller, did I tell you about the time that You haven't been watching my stream that long. But you never heard the story about the time that I moved twice in this tournament? Where I was white against a guy? I get confused sometimes. I won't tell him the whole story. Maybe I can ban Troll first. Yeah, but poor Sheever Spieler hasn't heard the story. Well, anyway, just to make the long story short, I played this old guy. I didn't realize he had moved, and I made my move. And the guy was like freaking out. But he thought I was an idiot. So I went on to like crush him. There was no alcohol or drugs involved. It was just a guy, like, it was a weird position where his queen was like, it was a BOGO where he played queen e7 and blocked it in with d6. In my mind, it was like his queen hadn't moved or something, and I thought he played the move queen e7. It was just really a weird sort of hallucination. But repunt, I don't think he's going to figure out to abort the game. Maybe he did. I'm sorry. I get confused after 2 hours. Usually, that's it. My friend Paul McIntyre used to call it martini time. Basically, after about the 2 hour point, actually, I might have been drinking beer as troll, but not really. It wasn't alcohol related. He literally took forever on his move, and I just like invented this fantasy that he played queen e7. But I did try to do it in another game. I can't remember the circumstances. Yeah, I mean, it's like so different, the rules in different countries. Like in the United States, if the tournament's in a hotel or something, you know, you can drink anywhere within the hotel. So technically, we used to drink at the board. I mean, I don't recommend it as a good idea necessarily, but it's not against the like FIDE rules for doping. Hastings, people used to drink. In Germany, I think it's probably allowed. But I remember once at the Hungarian Chess Federation, they wouldn't even like let me drink a beer in the... Obviously, I didn't try to drink in the game, but at the board. But they wouldn't even let me like bring a beer in the building. I would have to secretly drink during my games. But I would play better. Man, G4 is trying to kill me. I shouldn't have played bishop e7. It just occurs to me. What a stupid move. How bad is bishop e7? Maybe it doesn't hurt my position that much, but it certainly wastes time. I don't really want to castle into the pawn storm. There's another thing. If I play knight b6, do you have bishop takes b5? Yeah, I won't castle. Knight c5. But is there any rule against drinking? I don't think there's an official FIDE rule against drinking alcohol. In many, many tournaments, it's allowed. I guess if they try to do it at the candidates, though. Maybe it's just a question of enforcement. Maybe rules have changed, too. It's considered doping. It should actually inhibit your results. You can't call it an important, like, it can't possibly be in performance enhancing drug. There is no, I don't think there's any way that it can be argued that it enhances your performance. Coffee, like, maybe there's an argument for that, or any sort of stimulants. There'd be rules. Knight d4. I think for people who are like naturally maybe nervous, that it might improve their play. In general, not. Like, I never drink when I'm playing in a serious poker tournament or something. Chess is another story. Nicotine is apparently healthy. Nicotine is a stimulant. I don't know about healthy. Troll on the lol. Everybody's faster than me. It's crazy. Not one player who I play is slower than me. What is with that? Somebody's trying to tell me something. Ah, now we have threats. I think that I bluffed him. He should have played bishop takes b5. I mean, I even said it, but honestly, I think this move might be really strong. Bishop takes, pawn takes, knight takes, queen. I don't know where. Where do I go? Queen d8, queen b7. Then you get a third pawn on d6 with check. We can check after the game, but I'll bet you it's good for white. Dude, how are you going to defend your e-pawn? He saw everything. He sees everything. Like a steel trap. Bishop d7. The mind is a steel trap. Queen e4, bishop f3 is kind of awkward. Somewhat awkward. That sucks. I want that pawn. Knight takes e4, queen check. What's wrong with knight takes e4? You can have my a pawn. That sucks too. If only I could castle and play rook c8 really fast. But now he's like got dangerous threats. I feel like my move was too slow. Though I guess I could just take with a knight on e4 now. Next move. If bishop f3, knight e4, he has knight takes e6. It's a mess. How fast is his play here? F5, see, this is why I didn't want to play bishop e7. His play is too fast. Or just queen e2. He's going to have threats against my king now. Damn it. I could have played knight takes e4. Yeah, also knight c6, Dr. Tripchance. Anything with c6. He had queen c6 check or knight c6. Knight e4. Last move was knight e6. Knight e6. Knight c6 now. It's too late. But I thought he should have just retreated his queen. Still, his position may be fine. But it's like perfectly organized now. Total disaster. Was not expecting that. Absolute total disaster. Look at those bishops. Perfectly coordinated position. All my pieces do nothing. Everything's so neat, isn't it neat? The way everything's just neat. He can just keep everything protected. This. Unbelievable. There's no problem whatsoever. Again, everything's protected. Holy crap. Holy crap. Queen e3. What else? Jim panicked. Queen e3, bishop c5. Okay, rook d2 is a dumb move. He's trying to make a quick move. He should have maybe played queen e3 first. Or like rook h3 or something. White's better here. No? I'm like lost. Look at this. Equal material. And black is just lost. I'm lost every game. Just completely lost. Schieberspieler has dreams about this position. This is like space and two bishops. Jesus, what happened? I had a good game. But I wanted to check the sack. Okay, bishop e7 is a bad move, I think. But I wanted to check your sack on b5. My theory was that this was strong. Does my theory hold up or not? Apparently not. Apparently no. I've got knight c4 at the end. That's too strong. Alright, that didn't work. It didn't work. The engine doesn't like knight a4. I could have played knight c4. Chip chance. Bone atrophy. How much time do I have left? Enough for these games, at least. It was a good game, though. It's a fun game. I like to play those kind of open Sicilians, but I rarely get the chance. And I have a lot of experience playing opposite side castling Sicilians, but lichess is filled with amateurs who don't know so much theory, and I almost never get the chance to play, you know, people who are well enough versed that we get to like a move 20, like in a very tense position. Jim knows enough. He doesn't know that much theory either, but he knows enough to... Well, he's actually playing the Smith-Morra, so this was kind of nice to get a chance to play something real. This is the game I had with Shankland. I don't remember what I played years ago. It was like 2010 or something. It's not funny to play 3-0, listen to the commentary. So what's up with this, by the way? Dude, there's no games with this. There are no games. We had a kind of similar game the other day. This might be better for you than that, though. I'm not sure. And my knight on d5 stops queen f6. Actually, here, e4, queen h4 check. What's up with that? My knight is usually on c3 in this type of structure. So this is a crazy position. If d4, let's say d4, knight takes c4, e4, queen h4 check. Yeah, let's try d4. I don't know, I didn't really subject this to careful analysis. Repun, yeah, you're next. I'm sorry. I screwed up. I didn't realize I was white. It's hard to believe that that's possible, but I've done it before. Sometimes I'll sit there for like a minute, waiting for the opponent to move, thinking that it's his turn when I'm white. This is not the first time. I've probably done it like 10 times. It seems crazy. Normally, Jim, I don't put my bishop on e7 in that type of line, because it's a target to the pawn storm and knight sacrifices and stuff. And it's also just a valuable tempo. Typically, I won't play that. Either the queenside counterplay works without bishop e7 and rook on h8, or I'm lost. d4, queen h4 check. Wow. Knight g4. See, the key is he doesn't have any kind of queen f6 now. That's obviously king g3. Knight g4 check I'm suspicious of. But this is unbelievable. Right? After knight c6, no games with knight takes c5 that I saw in the database. Kind of an important move, if you ask me. But Vinnick would be all over this. So where to go? f4, c3, c3 po. That's one trick, like knight c3, queen f6, but I have knight e4 even. Knight f4, there's something slightly unnatural about that square. Knight to c3, c3 po. Knight c3, queen f6, knight e4. Doesn't seem to have a move though. But Vinnick played it in a similar position, this type of line, allowing bishop takes f2, but he was big on central pawns and bishop pairs. It fits his style. Like Schieberspieler. Space, central pawns, and bishop pairs. Those are useful things. Now we've got 39 viewers, back to normal. Always the Thursday stream is kind of slow. People don't like in-depth game analysis. They don't like thinking. That requires hard work. So we don't have as many viewers for the Thursday night stream. You don't like this position? Really? Wow. I don't know, man. I thought that white is better. Is there a tactical problem? Do I have a tactical problem? What about queen f5? That's not a good move. Not a good move. I looked at this. So my solution was what? Okay, we've got various moves here. I mean, even knight f2. Knight f2 is not exactly a developing move. She really likes queen trades. Queen f5, not better. e4 instead of knight c3. What? e4 instead of knight c3? Oh, before? Oh, e4, wow. I didn't consider it. It's a cool idea, Jern Vlad. You might have found a very, very strong suggestion. e4. I guess he can play d6 there. Try to maintain the status quo. But e4 is definitely an interesting move. I missed it. Not surprisingly. Bishop f5. Mate with the two bishops in the center of the board. Dr. Dynamico. Trying for the queen trade. Queen has good lateral mobility on g6, like a Scotch queen. Bishop f5, knight d6 check. We're okay. But Cheesy Noob likes black's position. Anything involving giving up a bishop for a knight with very little provocation is definitely on the menu. Now, this is key. Bishop f5 could be a problem if I play a passive move here. I mean, I'm not gonna play queen b5 check, am I? Danger. Danger, Will Robinson, right? Knight f2. Passive and lame. Now, I don't know where to go. I feel kind of deflated. Yeah, I can see now the control of e4 leaves White with a decent position, I guess. But he can't trade queens on d3 and keep that. This is a weird move, admittedly. Sounds like a problem for beer. Man, there's some really weird stuff going on now. This wasn't my original plan. Yes. So trip chance is extremely strong tactically. What an awkward move for me to have to deal with. Queen f3. Oh, he just took. You're about to castle. Whoa. There's always a tactical solution. Scary dude. This may be a fool's errand. Man, that's... like I'm attempting to lose here with white. I guess it's a draw. He gave me back all the advantage. I was thinking the same thing about me. Are you talking to him or are you talking to me? I gave him back all the advantage. I have a different perception. That I was better. And I gave him back. I guess it works both ways, actually. Probably the advantage did switch hands. Is there any way to penetrate here? I doubt it. It's just a draw. He could take on g5, probably. That was a fun game. I mean, I don't know. I was worse, then I was better, then I was worse. You liked black at one point. Well, it was very convoluted. What? E4 is the move? The computer's gonna do some crazy thing like queen h4 check, king e3. Don't even kid me with that. Right? Here? I can't believe it. So I can just do this. E4. I'm not going to e3. King g1. Okay, I misevaluated this. I thought he could take this pawn. But of course he's dropping this. But that's a mate on d4. So I thought this was just like terrible for me, but I'm actually winning after d4. So that's the first thing. d4 is not the best move. And then we expected him to take this pawn like this other guy did against me in a similar game last week. It's in English. But he does this. And I like white. Here I didn't know what move to play, but you know, Jernvlad's suggestion of e4 didn't hit me. He's right. So it looks like after this, queen f6, knight e4, queen g6. I spent all my time, let's see, I move from now, here. Where should I put my knight? I thought this was like a critical position. I played an awful move now, knight g3. But objectively, I don't know. Very fun game, I don't know. It's a strange game, strange position. Black, I was clearly better, then he was clearly better. Then I was a little better. But it was a draw. Alright, I'm going to try to play these last two games, guys, against Ripun and Bone Atrophy. It's an interesting line, Schieberspieler. It's very odd that, okay, there hasn't been much exploration of those positions. But how did it go? I played knight d5, bishop c5, knight f3, and he played knight c6. Okay, like knight c6 I don't think is the main move. Shankland, I think, played c6 against me. Black's supposed to play c6, I'm pretty sure. It's not maybe the best setup for black. Overall, your game is okay. I don't think that the opening is quite good enough for black, but I need to study that more deeply. There's very little practice to study. This is our second time today with bishop g5. Yeah, that's what Shankland played against me. You're supposed to play c6. I thought that white is better, but I was able to do nothing against Shankland. I ended up sacking a pawn, getting some initiative, but it was only enough to equalize. That was a long time ago. But I don't think that, the theory has developed that much in 10 years. Nobody plays that variation much. It's not that common. Okay, so Queen C2. We're trying to sidestep H6, G5, Knight H5 type of ideas here, which is one of Black's best against this formation. So I don't want to play my Knight F3 early and let him play H6, G5. Now C5 is a different story. But C5 with Knight on D7 isn't so great. When you play C5 and it's a Benoni, you don't want your Knight on D7. Hint, hint, astrobate. We're trying to teach astrobate the Benoni. He'll just make it a King's Indian anyway. If you want him to play the Benoni, he plays the King's Indian. Or the old Benoni. Yeah, he doesn't listen. He's going to do what he wants to do. But this is a tweaked move order. As I said before, I like 4 bishop g5, d5 for black. But the typical King's Indian player doesn't play the Grunfeld, so they're not comfortable with that. White can recapture either way here, with the pawn or with the knight. Pawn takes d5, a la Tobias the other day. Yesterday, to be exact. We went over that game where he got the Knight of Death coming to c6. The worst is if you get like b4, b5 supporting it. Oh, e6, very thoughtful. Very thoughtful. e6 is like double exclamation point. Nice move. Whoa. Wow. 1300. That's a brilliant move, e6. The first player who's taken more time than me. Normally Ripun plays fast. He's actually taking his time. It's a good sign. Thinking and finding the right move after using some time there. Good job. So d5 anyway. Black's playing like a master. e6, bishop e7, sort of hedgehog setup. That's pretty mature. And now d5. Kind of what I talked about exactly yesterday. It's the way he's 1398. I say this every game we play. You couldn't be 1398 and play this good. Physically impossible. He must have played no rated games. I mean, he must have played no rated blitz games since he was... Actually, it's a fairly new account. He has to just drop pieces to be 1398. It's an excellent play. e6 followed by d5. Strategically the best plan, 100%. But he's really troll. I think troll is his secret identity. Too similar. It's too similar to be a coincidence. Now I'm just slightly worse. Yeah, he's like 2200 in the openings. He said like because he has a master training him in openings. But nobody's like teaching him how to play against like 5 bishop g5 in the King's Indian. Actually, I don't think he handled it well, but he came off it with a bad position at first and then rebounded here. b6. I gave him an opportunity. This was perfectly timed though, because if he waits one more move, I'm going to play d5. He had to play that then. And then this h6, e6, perfect move. Maybe it was another blunder by me. I could have played bishop f4, but then I'm getting blasted by e5 sometimes. I don't know, man. If he was like 1700, I would accept it, but how can you be 1398? Doesn't make sense. Now I'm just slightly worse with white. Pretty flustered, honestly. This is a ridiculous move. I don't know what I'm going to play here. b3? I guess b3 is the best move. I didn't expect knight e4. I think you should just take on c4 with structural advantage. Mad with power. What? Do I have f4? f4, f5. And black has a protected pass pawn. I don't know, this is kind of a crazy position. If he plays f5 and I start pushing my queen side. Yeah. Mad with power. Just for you, Bob. Standard 1300. It's like Troll. Troll was strong today too. He's having a strong day. Massive pawn. I would say black's rating is about 2100 in this game. Normally he's playing too fast. $2100 approx. Oh, his GM has got a Kamsky. God of the renowned opening expert. God, his only weakness is openings. But he's pretty good. God has like IM strength in the opening. And like super GM and everything else. He's like a weak Grandmaster in the opening. But like 2800 in the rest of the game. I don't know who you're trying to fool. You're not 1398, man. That's crazy. Highly suspicious. Are you like winning material here? I'm gonna have to sacrifice. He could have played queen d7, but didn't do it. Played g5 instead. Check this out. Now what point are we gonna flag this? d5. Is this supposed to be believable that you're 1300? Like, seriously? So it's Troll's account. I understand now. Repun is really Troll. That must be what it is. Plays exactly like him. Except he's playing normal chess and Troll is playing chess 960. I'm not going to play this game anymore. Where you're supposed to be 1300. I mean, what is this? Better here. I'm resigning in protest, though. You're not... I don't think I'm really better. I can't believe it. But you're not 1398, man. What is going on with your account? I'm not going to humor this anymore. There's something fishy going on. I'm not going to play fishy players. I thought I was worse there. Maybe almost lost. But the computer says I'm slightly better. Whatever. He's still not. There's still... It's Fishyville, man. You're so fishy. It's ridiculous. 1398. I think it's Troll's secret account or something. He uses that account to play standard chess and then plays... He plays chess 960 on his Troll account. That has to be the solution. The profile fits perfectly. Only really strong in the opening. Conspiracy theories. You're playing like Acerbate. Well, I'm not going to play 1300s who play like they're 2100. That's it, you know. I am not going to continue to accept your challenges until some explanation comes forward. It's humiliating, you know. They're going to like talk about it on Reddit. Like, this IM can't beat 1300s. I won't continue to be like toyed with. Until you're honest about like what the deal is. People don't go from being 1300 to like 2100 in a few weeks either. That's not how it works. Bone Atrophy, you're playing a common setup, this Black Lion's Jaw or whatever it's called. I had this sort of worked out. I've done this a lot. I just don't want to give black any squares for the pieces here. I guess it's some sort of theory. I mean, strong players generally don't play this stuff with black, but you see it a lot in blitz. Bob, I don't know. I think it's Troll's nephew or something like that. Yeah, Feingold does it, probably. He plays a lot of kind of trashy stuff. The Chigorin defense. Ben is willing to play substandard lines. It's not that bad. It's kind of hard to crack. A book on Ops Color Bishop Endgames. Now, I don't know of any books specifically on Ops Color Bishop Endgames. Hey, sometimes my father plays on my account, and he's a FM. You think? Maybe? Never would have guessed. I knew that it wasn't a computer. But it's not. It's very obvious. There's a big difference between a 1300 and a 2100 player. But I appreciate it if you're honest about it, because it's just like people watch me play and they wonder why I can't beat a 1300. So it doesn't look good for my reputation when he does that. I get posts on Reddit about how much I suck. I'm sure you're telling the truth, but it's bad for my business model. I know, but I'm probably going to get more, Bob. It's just a matter of time. It still hurts. 3.5 years old. Obviously, online forums should be taken seriously, especially now in this time of disinformation. If you want to maintain your mental sanity, you don't read anything that you see on the internet and take it seriously. Well, H4. He is coming with a new plan. We have to reorganize. Bonatry acts like, I've never done this before. Does Ben Feingold do this? I can't tell the difference between a 1300 and a 2100. Man, I would have really lost it. Look at that. Bonatry's like, is this a system? Quite popular. I'm eventually trying to get in b4 on the queen side. We can eat our way through on the queen side. No, I know. The game where you beat me in the Sicilian was a kind of really crazy oversight on my part. That's believable. But I can feel when I'm playing a strong player, you know, a relatively strong player. The moves are consistent. Plus the different time use was very obvious. Guys, I gotta go. Ripun, you're very impulsive and play too fast, and the player I just played was like taking his time and thoughtful. You know, it's a different feel completely. Fraudulent I Am loses to 1300 in Sicilian. That's awesome, man. Yeah, you know, I might get some followers from that. Maybe I'll call that. I'll make that the title for this video. Maybe I'll change the title. Yeah, I'll change my stream title to that now. This is a classic lion's jaw or whatever. Bonatry could have written a book on the opening. He's playing it completely normal system. Simon Williams couldn't play it better than you, Bonatry. Trust me. Absolutely classic. Now h3, how's our pressure on h3? I was thinking about bishop g4, that's not going to fly here. If I play knight f3, Asterbait, you made what Reddit post? Sleep snoot in an oxygen tank. I need oxygen. I got the window open. The Russians helped him. No, that's what happened with Ripun's game. He had conspiracy help from the Russians developing a chess vaccine. My prison. I call it my prison, not my cave. Alright, this is a major occurrence. The acerbate exchange. Schieber-Spieler knows the value of key squares. Now, got to be careful about h3 and e4. So I have knight g5. White squares. And now, some sort of desperate sacrifice. Knight takes e4, knight takes e4, bishop takes e4. Knight takes e4, knight takes e4, bishop takes e4, bishop takes g5. I mean, I can just not take the pawn. That's a very solid approach here, it looks like. But he does have knight e5. But I believe I'm winning. Ubatis. Ubatis was concerned about g4. I can take the pawn next move. So much for that theory. Alright, I won't take the pawn next move. Damn it. But I do have this square. Is that important? No, it's not so simple. This is getting a little out of control. He could have taken on b4. I have check on a4. Does that do anything? Coming to get you. Coming to get you. I still don't see how to finish him off here. It's pretty disturbing. Too much hate in the white position. This is not good. H5, H4 in the game. I'll check it out. Alright guys, thanks for watching. I gotta go. It's late. We'll be back on Sunday. Don't forget, Schieber-Spieler playing for the enemy. So play for our team on Sunday at 3 p.m. CET, the Pawn to Battle. See you on Reddit, Bob. And don't forget to post good stuff. I'll also host a simul on Sunday at 6:30 p.m. CET. Thanks everybody for the games. We'll check you out later. Bye-bye.